The amazing story of the splitting of the Red Sea got a lot of people really excited for thousands and thousands of years. Now, we have to understand there's something really special about this story. All the story of the 10 plagues, during that time, the Israelites, the nation, are totally passive. They don't do anything for that. Moses and Aaron, they represent God in the fight against Pharaoh and his army of warlocks. They're not involved. Now they leave Egypt, and on the end of the first week, coming out of Egypt, something happened to them. The first week is something really crucial in the creation of a new spirit, a new consciousness. It's the first time when they're standing there next to the sea, they say something. They have a claim. They pray. They step up, first time in history, as a nation, any nation, on the stage of history, demanding something has to be done. And God's answer is to Moses, don't pray, move on, travel forward. And that's what they do. And how, what's the connection? The Midrash is saying that when God says travel forward, the Daber Bnei Israel v'isau, move on, go through the sea, God is telling Moses and the Israelite nation, with the faith of your fathers, forefathers, and your faith, you can do it. Just move on. So yes, Moses is using the 72 names in order to split the Red Sea. But the Midrash is saying nobody saw it till Nachshon ben Aminadav moved on, jumped into the sea, the people with him into the sea, and then the sea was split. We're talking about the people, the common people, making a change, changing history forever. This is the biggest gift, because Rabbi Isaac Luria, the great sage from Tzfat, 16th century, is saying the moment something happens of a great magnitude, it is impressed on the disk of the universe. Every year, when the same day appears, the same power is playing all over again. On the seventh day of Pesach, we can play inside us the splitting of the Red Sea, which means changing destiny, changing whatever is written, changing nature, changing whatever is already been decreed. This is the reason why it says in the Torah that God took the nation just around, not straightforward to the Holy Land. Going down to the Red Sea, it's a long detour just to experience this miracle of changing history forever. So how do we connect to it? The first and the most common is simply going to the synagogue the morning of the holiday and listening to the Torah reading of the story of the splitting of the Red Sea. Every synagogue around the world, that's what is going to be read. And by that, we connect to that awesome power. In the book of Pri Etz Chaim of the Arizal, one of his students is adding, it is a custom to read during the night, because the miracle happened at night, after midnight, to read from the Torah the story of the splitting of the Red Sea and connecting to it. He adds up, also read the Idra from the Zohar. Okay, this is a custom. I know also that the yeshivot that are connected to the Kabbalistic great yeshiva, Beit El, in the old city in Jerusalem, for centuries what they do is after midnight, they open the ark in the synagogue, open the Torah in the ark, in the place of the story of the reading of the splitting of the Red Sea, Parashat Beshalach, the splitting and the song, and they read it, and after that they study Zohar. And if you don't go to the synagogue after midnight, you can just read at home from the Torah, the reading, the story of the splitting of the Red Sea, scan the 72 names, meditate to connect, contemplate on bringing that awesome light, so we'll have an amazing holiday and we can bring it into ourselves and become better people, transform, change, and connect to the higher selves. Chag Sameach.